Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 Gravity Falls episodes, and before I start, I want to say that the series finale of Gravity Falls is probably going to be on this list. It's almost definite because of how amazing it seems to be, but also that this list is just my opinion, so don't get mad saying that there's an episode that should be on this list that's not, because this is just what I personally think. Number 10 on the list is The Time Traveler's Pig. This episode was the first episode I watched of Gravity Falls, and it got me hooked onto the show because it was just so entertaining. This was one of the better episodes of season 1, and it was just a great plot. Also, if something has time travel, I'm most likely going to like it because I just really like time travel things. Number 9 is Gideon Rises. This is also a really good season 1 episode, and the main reason it's on this list is because it has a great story, it's a great season finale, but also because of the major cliffhanger we get at the end of the episode, because there have been hints to Grunkle Stan being not what he seems throughout the season, especially in the Bill Cipher wheel in the theme song. But this episode finally gave answers, and it showed that Grunkle Stan did have Journal 1, and that he had this whole secret lab behind the vending machine. Number 8 is Sock Opera. This episode was good because it involved Bill, and it had a great story because Bill wanted to destroy the journals, which he eventually does, but this could have been foreshadowing because he tried to destroy the journals in this episode. And this was good because it showed how he can manipulate people into making a deal with him. Even Dipper, who hated Bill and knew of Bill's power, Bill still tricked Dipper. So this episode highlighted that, and it was really good. Number 7 is Into the Bunker. This episode was just really entertaining. It had some awesome moments, like battling the shapeshifter and them trying to figure out who the author was. And then at the end, it put an end to Dipper and Wendy, which was something Alex Hirsch said he wanted to do in season 1 because he said that there were too many Dipper-Wendy moments, so they just ended it in season 2 in Into the Bunker. But this was just a really entertaining episode, and it had a great story. Number 6 is Dreamscaperers, and it's pretty obvious why this is on this list. It's because Bill was introduced, and it was a really good episode, probably, I would say, the best of season 1, because Bill is such an amazing villain, and he's been hinted at throughout season 1 on the Bill Cipher wheel, and in random places in each episode he was hidden, and viewers wanted to know the answer as to who he was, and we finally find that out in Dreamscaperers. We also find some secrets about Stan, and those gave feels. They were some of them were funny, and some of them were really cool. Number 5 is The Last Mabel Corn. This episode had a really good B-plot with Dipper and Ford, and it just gave many secrets about Bill and how the apocalypse is coming soon. And it was basically a setup for the apocalypse, but it was really cool because they were protecting the shack. They wanted to protect the shack from Bill, but in the end, we know that's not going to happen because Bill is always going to win. Number 4 is Dipper and Mabel versus the Future. This episode was almost perfect because it had so many awesome moments like action, feels, and comedy. And it just showed character development between Dipper and Ford mainly, but also because of Mabel realizing that the future isn't really what she wanted. And it's really sad to see how her reaction is to all that the future and high school isn't what she really, really wants in life. Number 3 is A Tale of Two Stans. This episode was amazing because it gave the backstory that we've always wanted to know after we found out the author of the journals was Ford and not what he seems. We just wanted to know the backstory between them, and Ford has been hinted at so many times, so everyone's been making theories, including me, about what their past was. And in this episode, the past was finally answered, and it was just a really entertaining 30 minutes. Number 2 is Weirdmageddon Part 1. This episode was amazing because it showed what Bill would do if he did indeed rule Gravity Falls. And he does so many crazy things. He freezes Ford, and he burns the journals, which is something that nobody expected because the journals were basically the major plot device in the whole show, and Bill just burns them like they were nothing. So this episode was really good. Number 1 is Not What He Seems. I think it's pretty obvious why this is number 1. It's the best Best episode of the whole series so far, and it's one of the best episodes of a cartoon I've ever seen. It was just perfect. It revealed the author. It had so much action. It was like non-stop action. It gave us all the answers we were looking for, but it also made new questions for us to answer and theorize about in the future of the show. And this episode was just perfect in every way. Anyway, that's all for this video. Be sure to comment below and tell me what you think about my list. And also, comment to tell me your list of top 10 Gravity Falls episodes. And we probably have a few in common. Maybe it's completely different. But just comment below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.